You hit them niggas up? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Oh, I bet.
We live now.
Fuck it, we live, man. We can set the tone. We can set the tone. Hold on. Two dribbling in space motherfuckers. Gio Wise and Julian Newman. Holy fuck.
That sounds terrible.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, man? How you feeling today, man?
Feeling good.
Make sure niggas got their notifications on so they can get the live. I'm about to cook these niggas in this debate. Let's see. I'm mad when you were part of the shit, you can't see the fucking people coming in. Man, how you feeling about the pay-per-view, man? You ready to watch a fucking NFL kicker, former NFL kicker wrestle for no fucking reason?
Gunther need to send his ass back to ESPN. It's no reason for Gunther to go from Jay Uso to Pat McAfee. Like he can wrestle, yeah, but this is stupid.
Word up, bro.
And they're gonna do the same thing with what's his name, FTR and Nigel McGuinness and AEW. Like that shit is stupid. We don't need commentators fighting.
This nigga Jude, man. Yeah, this live. We live with it. Uh-oh.
What's going on with it?
My dog.
What's going on, family?
We're good, bro.
Good, Sam.
What's word?
Nothing much.
Shit, man. Why black motherfuckers late, man? I know we on different coasts, but damn.
How y'all been doing? What's the latest with y'all?
Shit, man. Just thinking about this backlash shit, man. I hope this shit is all right. You know what, bro?
I don't know about the pay-per-view, man.
It fuck around, be straight. Look, because our expectations so low, that shit might surprise me.
Be average at best.
See, I do too. But I'm just happy that my last day of high school was on Friday. I'm out of school now.
So. I like that, man. I like that.
Yeah, that nigga about to be chilling, man.
I like to hear that. You know, pump that content.
Yep.
Nah, Dave be in the Discord, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Shit, let me know what you get. I'm gonna just get a side or something.
Yo, what's popping?
What's good?
Okay, quick, what's going on?
Ain't shit, dog. Ain't shit. I just got back on from the gym.
I like
yes.
Just in time. Just in time.
Look, my partner on. What's going on? What's going on, Sam? Y'all,
hey, man.
Find out, Dave. Dave said I ain't fucking
man.
Dave on his way. He coming.
Hey, you know, latest always come in best, man.
He doing his last minute homework.
I was just about to say.
He getting the fashion together. The homework already done.
That nigga better not come with full John Cena outfit on. He better not.
Already done.
We confident tonight, ain't we?
Yeah, the homework already done, man. He putting the fashion together.
Hey,
let's go
for the fashion show.
Yeah, I came here to get a point across. Fuck the fashion.
Nah, so do Solo fly 2 for the title at SummerSlam. There's no reason for Solo to cost him tonight.
Right. I don't. Yeah. Solo don't got enough momentum for me anyway.
I ain't going front. It took Jacob to really getting over to kind of really show what Solo was kind of lacking. In my opinion, it's like for some reason it's just that little something that Jacob has more of than Solo.
Yeah,
I can't really describe what it is, but it's just a little something that's there.
You're a real street nigga. That's what you got. That's all it is.
Actually, no. I actually do know what it is. I take it back because it's the same thing I say about Jay and Jimmy Uso. You know, because I will say I'll start with him. I would say between Jay and Jimmy.
I told you it's the fashion.
This nigga, this
All right,
nigga,
never mind.
this nigga was late to put on some
I told you it's the fashion. You put the fashion. You see them Bret Hart glasses?
Put what I was saying on hold. Let's talk about this guy here.
Nah, I was only I was it was more I had to get my setup technical things I had.
Hey, you don't gotta tell him. You see the Bret Harts he got on,
bruh. Talk about the setup. Just tell us you had to get that shirt out the clean. You had to make sure they had extra starch on that motherfucker.
Hell yeah!
You already know.
I just say, nigga, don't forget what you got the Bret Harts on. Don't forget what happened to Bret Hart. Don't forget. You Bret Hart, we was Shawn Michaels.
Never will be.
Well, Bret Hart also ran into Goldberg too. Ooh,
Jude, don't start. Don't start, Jude.
Nah, shout out to Bret Hart. That's my guy, though.
Yeah, shout out to yeah.
Bret Devontae Hart is his new name.
Is it just us or is OG's?
I thought there was another judge. No.
Yeah, OG's supposed to come on as the other judge.
Yeah. I thought there was another judge.
Let me see some.
He fashionably late too, cause I'm a cover for OG. You know I'm a cover for OG.
He never got his camera on, so how you know what he wearing?
Man, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. Last time we was up here, we cooked Kai and someone else.
Crazy as fuck. You ain't cooked me.
It was Kai.
It was Kai and somebody else. Who
Rage Man, Reg.
Reg, yeah, Reg.
I don't remember that.
What was that discussion about?
That was
we were the first ones, right?
Is it more better draw or the
yeah,
something like
Say
that?
Hey, your shit fucking up, Dave.
You might say that again.
it was is it more important to be a draw or a better in-ring wrestler?
Am I good now?
Well,
Yeah, you sound-
what side was Kai on?
He was on the other side, I believe.
He was on
Yeah.
I would have been on the. I ain't gonna front. I probably would.
You would have been on my side, right?
I would have been on the draw side because a whole lot of people who are drawers were not good wrestlers.
Exactly.
Wait,
I mean, listen, that don't mean that I believe it. I had to pick a side. For
Yeah,
the
he was just
shit.
playing.
Nobody was that.
Yeah, he was just playing. That.
Oh, never mind. We had to get the views. I get it.
hey, dude,
OG said he on the way.
if Jeff Cobb debuted, like, what sense would that make? Like, who would he go against first? If you gonna
You
have
said who now?
Jeff Cobb, he a New Japan guy. My thing is, I want to see a spot for him to debut tonight. It just don't make sense to me. I could see Ilya Dragunov returning if he's healthy to face Gunther, but Jeff Cobb, I don't know. I know it's a rumor, but I don't know who he'll face realistically.
What the hell kind of injury does Dragunov had? That fool been out for 3 years.
Torn ACL.
Oh yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
How about them Celtics?
Yo, they might lose this series. They're in trouble.
My team got eliminated. I stopped watching.
They got the Celtics up 27 right now. They got this game. If the Celtics blow this game,
I don't know. They don't sleep.
I don't see New York losing both their games at home, so they can
finna
have
lose. They're not gonna lose both of them, but I could see they're gonna win. If they lose this one, they win in game 4. They're gonna be a 3-1
and then it's gonna end up 3-1, and I don't think Celtics can come back from that.
I don't think so either. I've been saying all year they shoot too many threes. That's their problem. They hot tonight. I don't think they're gonna
That's all it is.
Game
That's
4.
all it is. When they hot, they look unbeatable. But once it's a little iffy, they get a little regular.
Yeah. And this game, I mean, they're still in the third quarter, so the Knicks still got a chance right now.
He said a few minutes, so I mean, you can set the tone and shit. You
Yeah,
know,
let's get it.
That shit, you feel me?
All right. Gunther not taking loss tonight, Drew.
No, he's not, bro.
But all right, to get into the debate, and So since we got a real tag team and wrestling with teams, they gonna go first. They're gonna be team 1.
That's crazy.
That's a real tag team. I like that, Ed.
So Kai and K Quick, y'all will be team 2. So team 1, y'all gonna start off with y'all opening argument for 4 minutes. Who loud ass TV is that?
Oh, that's my shit. My bad. Don't want to get you copyrighted.
Then team 2, they'll do their opening argument for 4 minutes. Team 1 will go into their main points for 7 minutes. Team 2 will have a 6-minute rebuttal. Team 1 will have their main points for 7 minutes. Team 1 will have a 6-minute rebuttal. Then both teams will get 3-minute closing arguments. So we're gonna go into it now and get the timer set.
Did you say 4 minutes?
You said what?
So wait,
Did you say open
shit you said, Dave?
Did you say open it up?
hey, that's gonna
You can
work
hear
in our
me?
favor. Kyle, hush up.
Oh, you're right.
Open the argument for 4 minutes.
Yep, look, we gonna get him.
Yep, I heard everything you just said, bro.
Dave, you
Good
muted.
Say, Dave, you might as well go raw. Pause, detach that mic, and just.
Oh, well, hey, yo!
Whoa.
Hey,
you might as well go.
I'm gonna go raw today.
See, there you go.
Oh,
Okay, so opening arguments is 4 minutes, and we're gonna be y'all gonna be debating if WWE should do an Evolution Part 2. Dave and Sam on the side of no. So y'all got y'all 4 minutes starting in 3, 2, 1. Go.
Sam, you want to go first or me?
I'll set it off if you want me to.
Go ahead.
Because I'm gonna keep this nice, short and sweet, because I don't want no beating around the bush here today. I just want everybody to, let's just cut it nice and dry. Let's be honest here. It's a big no, because listen, who the hell on the WWE women's roster is a big enough attraction? Let's just keep that nice and sweet. Who would you guys consider is like the Roman Reigns for women, the Cody Rhodes for women, or gives you a John Cena kind of feel for women, where they can attract average wrestling fans, kind of unaverage wrestling fans, diehards, everything together. That's the big thing here. Go ahead, Dave.
And I'm going to add to it like this. And to piggyback off of that, thank you, Sammy. A big part of why Evolution worked in the first place, I believe even Stephanie McMahon has alluded to it in the past, along with Vince, is Ronda Rousey. Hate her or love her, she was that name that Sammy's talking about, that you knew that whether you loved her or hate her, that was going to draw eyeballs. And respectfully to all the talented women on the roster, they may not have had an all-women's pay-per-view if it wasn't for Ronda Rousey's name value and box office attraction clout. It may not have ever happened, and that's respect to Charlotte. I'm a huge Charlotte fan. I think she's the GOAT. I'm a huge Bayley fan. I'm a huge Becky fan, so I'm not being sexist, just in case anybody might be putting this in their heads. It's this reality, and just from a strictly a depth perspective, how many women can you say on the full-time main roster is relevant and putting in the work enough to justify a second all-women's pay-per-view? Right now, we got a lot of young in their careers on the main roster. At least we got a lot of young women that are still finding themselves, mixed with some veterans left over from the previous era. To me, if there was ever a hope for Evolution 2, you got to make sure your depth is in order to where you at least got at least a good 6 contenders in the world title picture, at least multiple hot tag teams for the women's tag picture, and your mid-card division has to have some contenders. To me, right now, they don't have built up contenders. It's just next man up. Let me plug you in without having a set of contenders ready. And that's a depth issue. You can't have a pay-per-view with only women. You don't have the depth to fill out the card in an interesting.
Is it our turn yet?
And that's everything y'all got?
I think we good for now.
All right.
All
It's
right.
y'all turn now.
All right, so firstly, I want to start off. Firstly, you are sexist. Let's get that out the way first. So, get that out the way.
Cut it out.
All right, but whole time, you know what? Guy sitting there with his arms folded. I would like to let him get on the burner first and cook. I'm gonna follow up. He ready.
All right. It was great to hear Team One's opening argument, and now we will be deciding the fate of the Women's Evolution pay-per-view, essentially. So the women not only need to have a Women's Evolution pay-per-view, they deserve to have the Women's Evolution pay-per-view. We always talk about how the women's booking has been so bad and things like that, and despite that, they've still been a main attraction in WWE. I would argue that obviously the only 5-star ranked WrestleMania match on the card was a women's match. It was a triple threat with Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. And speaking of Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, those are the individuals who you build this Women's Evolution PLE around. Not only in order to potentially have a one-off match that we've been waiting for, you know what I'm saying? Because just because you don't do it at WrestleMania don't mean it's still not impactful. But you got to remember what the former Women's Evolution pay-per-view was really about. It was about showing and showcasing the next talent, essentially. We had Bayley, Natalya, and Sasha Banks versus the Riot Squad, showing the Riot Squad's talent. We had Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. We had the Mae Young Classic final match at Women's Evolution, which shows a young Io Shirai versus a young Toni Storm. So imagine what you could do with the Jada Parker, Lola Vice, a Jordan Grace, a Stephanie Valkyrie on the main scene. That's what the Women's Evolution pay-per-view is about. It's not about buys and shit because it ain't no pay-per-view. It's a PLE. Motherfuckers going to pay their Peacock subscription regardless. And it's going to bring in a lot of fans. And I know, people talk about Ronda Rousey. She had a fucking match with Nikki Bella. Was that really the main attraction? Or was Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship the real main attraction? Because Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella got a fucking 5.8 out of 10, where Becky Lynch versus Charlotte got a 9 out of 10. And not to only forget that we also had a tag team match with Lita and Trish Stratus, which we haven't seen Lita and Trish in a long time, versus an Alicia Fox and Mickie James. So the Women's Evolution pay-per-view opens up a whole bunch of matches that we've never seen that we want to see, and just fantasy matches that we can't get because the women barely get time on the main roster, not because they're not good enough, but because they have piss poor booking. But just booking a PLE, not that difficult. So that's our my opening argument. K, quick, take it.
And to piggyback off of you, to start off with the top stars, for one, if we look at the past WrestleMania, was the best match to women? Yes. And if we look at the reception that the women got, Rhea Ripley got a bigger pop than Roman Reigns and everybody in that dang main event. Yes, she did. You saw the meters. That reception was the biggest. The only person you can compete in reception with her is Joe Hendry, really, to be truthfully honest. Now, as far as the Women's Revolution, let's not act like we're saying throw this Women's Revolution next week or next month. No, this is the thing. Like Kai just said, we had Ronda Rousey versus Nikki freaking Bella. Nobody was checking for no Nikki Bella as far as in ring and so on and so forth. Let's be honest. Now, because granted, that was the last inkling of the Divas era, and the Divas era was garbage, aside from Alicia Fox and all that. But I'm going to tell you this. Right now, we arguably have better wrestlers with better gimmicks and personalities. It's strictly a booking thing. If we were to say
that's time.
It is. Wait a minute. I literally only spoke for 10 seconds.
You spoke
These guys had 3 hours.
No, y'all had 4 minutes.
Good roughing, Ed.
He only got 3 of 4 minutes.
Good roughing.
You see what happens? You see what happens when you're telling lies?
No. See, I'm
about to say, feel like I wasn't talking that long for real.
Good
You talked for 3
Good
minutes.
refing, bro.
I was watching the timer.
That's
And
cool. That's cool.
LA
Sammy,
Knight,
you
That's
good,
all right.
you
I'm gonna
good.
spin the block. I'm gonna spin the block.
Jimmy, if you don't mind, can I go
Go ahead.
first?
You can kick it off.
Wait, hold on.
Ed, let me know when I could go.
All right, one
God,
second.
you better start talking like Twisted this next round.
All right, before I start the timer, let me say LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu was the best WrestleMania match.
Thank you.
No, it was
Roman versus Seth versus CM
Yeah, it was
Punk.
the triple threat.
And I no, it wasn't.
Hell
Yes,
yeah,
it was.
That's not the
Like
debate.
for real, but everybody, if
debate
you
for
listen to everybody, all the readable names as far as legends and all the above, they all talked
Yo,
about
Ed,
that.
let me know when I could go so I could cook.
Ain't they timer running right now?
No, he
No,
Yeah,
no,
no,
Ed
this
Referee.
counts. They just not talking fast enough.
No, he didn't start the time yet.
I'm starting the time. Whoa,
All right, hurry up.
hold on.
That's why his
Give us
glasses
the
is
Give
fogging
us
up.
the cue, Ed.
All right, I'm starting the timer now.
That's why his glasses fogging up.
Go, Dave. Go.
All right, my opponents make some decent arguments, but their arguments aren't strong enough. First of all, you guys love to look at this through a very internet wrestling community lens, the vocal minority of WWE's huge fan base. Nobody's checking for Nikki Bella. You guys need to stop underrating Nikki Bella. She was a star in the back half of her career. She did cross over in the mainstream with reality television. It may not be your cup of tea, but her name holds weight across the entertainment world. And it was perfect business to pair her with Ronda Rousey. Second of all, how you guys are begging for an Evolution 2. Evolution 1, it wasn't a failure, but it wasn't a maximum success. It took place in the Nassau Coliseum, a venue that holds 16,800 people max. It didn't sell out. So if this is even a possibility to do a part 2, it would have to be in a very small sized arena like TNA or any NXT's venue. To me, that just shows, no disrespect, but what's the point of having a show or a PLE? And you cleverly said it wouldn't be a PLE, but it would be a PLE, Kai. If you're going to be a PLE, you got to sell out an NBA stadium or at least an NFL stadium. They can't do that by themselves. Let's call it like it is. And Ed kind of ruined my point a little bit, but he kind of beat me to it. I think LA Knight and Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins was better than Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca. Don't get me wrong. I love that match. I would probably put it third, but LA Knight and Jacob Fatu in the triple threat match, that main event of night 1, was better than the women's triple threat at 41. Sammy, go ahead.
And I'm gonna keep it short and sweet again, right? The WWE audience doesn't want to see a wrestle fest. We want to see we want to see talent that can actually cut good promos, act good, sell good, be able to be an over the top character. How much divas or women, whatever we want to use, can actually do that? Io Sky can barely speak English. That's our champion right now. Like, let's just keep it real. You really think she can be a selling point for a whole PLE? No way. Absolutely not. There's only a few women that could do that. Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley.
Becky Lynch. I'll give her that.
When she wants to work.
Yeah.
She barely comes to work now. So go ahead, guys.
All right.
Yeah, just start my clock. Let me go.
All right.
Don't eat
All right,
up all
but
the
before
time
you start
again.
before you start my clock, there's the reason he got them glasses on. He's blind right now. He's Ray Charles in it right now, bro. Real talk. Anyhow. Firstly, you talking about Io Sky. People love Io Sky. She doesn't need to speak English. People can connect to that dog ever right there. And for one, let me just talk. Let me say this. There's plenty of women out there, especially in NXT, especially in the main roster, that cut phenomenal promos. You know why? They are not getting booked correctly. This pay-per-view is not supposed to be next week, next month. This is something that can be set aside for next year. This gives time to properly book those mid-card titles, to properly get those names up there and book people correctly to build this whole thing around. We have Jade Cargill, who was literally famous before she got into the WWE. She was literally an attraction. And back to your Nikki Bella thing, you're putting too much weight on her because nobody in entertainment mentions her. She's not on E or none of these entertainment platforms. If you ask any of these media profiles, they will never mention her in friggin' reality TV. But I'll say this. There is plenty of talent. All of y'all, everything y'all say we don't have, we have all of it. Give them until this time next year. I bet you they'll have an ultimate pay-per-view when they start booking this correctly. Kai, it's on you.
Women's wrestling is in a different place. You guys are looking at it from the situation of trying to build up a PLE like it has to be the women's version of WrestleMania, whatever the case may be. Think about what's going on in the space of women right now. We got Cardi B about to host SummerSlam. Megan Thee Stallion just did a theme for SmackDown. We got Sexy Red hosted NXT. Could we not bring in one of those attractions to make the attraction even bigger as a staple? And also, you got to think about this. Men are more into the women's wrestling now than back then because some of them are just gooners. They just want to see Jada Parker fat ass and all that type of shit. So it's gonna be eyes, it's gonna be tickets. Oh, Jada Parker's gonna be on the card, nigga. I'm gonna get the front row ticket. That's what they're gonna do. So you can't say that there's not an interest in an all women's pay per view, and it's not about the build up because there's no build up. It's just literally a showcase. It's Saturday night main event for women. That's essentially what it is. It's not really a B show or A show. It's the crown jewel for women, but they can wear whatever clothes they want, essentially. So if you look at it from that perspective, I think it might change our whole argument.
You know what would happen if Jade Cargill versus Charlotte was on the card? Numbers. That's all I gotta say.
Y'all done?
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all use your time well this time. Y'all got the time down.
I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see Jay versus Charlotte. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Women's Evolution 2.
Yeah,
Tune in, you'll see
yeah,
it.
but you would want to see that. You would want to see that on a show surrounded by other top matches.
Yeah,
you wouldn't want to see that as the focal point.
There's gonna be more top matches on that card. If Rhea's on the card, if Bianca's on the card, if Naomi's on the card,
is it our time?
There's plenty of names. Like I said,
Can you mute this man?
That was a timeout. Now that don't count.
That was a timeout. Y'all time ain't even start yet. Stop
Can you mute this man?
Hey, that was a timeout. That's why I was going.
Y'all time ain't start.
That's not.
We didn't start. Ed didn't give us until Ed gives us a cue. That's when we can.
This is intermission. And I'm gonna tell you this. And mark my words. When we do have Evolution 2, I'm gonna buy my man a new pair of glasses too, and they're gonna go with every outfit.
Yo, you love my glasses. Stop paying.
Hold on, let's. OG, what you thinking?
No, them joints playing the whole time, but I'm gonna get you another pair.
Oh, hold on, your shit fucking up, yo.
Yeah, you're getting technical issues.
You can hear me?
It sounds like you in the bathroom or some shit.
They can't forfeit this round if you don't get that mic right. They can forfeit if they want.
I don't know because I sound regular and I hear y'all regular.
Now you good now. You good now.
Yeah, now you try. Go ahead.
I'm with Couch. I think that everything. I mean, it's a business, but every single thing don't need to be like done for a profit. So it's like evolution needs to happen. It doesn't need to be a number one pay-per-view for it to be successful or not. It just needs to be a place where we're developing these women and we're just giving the audience the opportunity to witness them later on. So people could be like, oh, I already knew about Shayla Cash from the song. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be, it's just developing these new women stars, getting them talking, getting good in front of audiences. So that way, when they get on TV, they're pretty much stars already.
Hold on, OG. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that NXT is already that?
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's not the focus on the women. It's a lot of bitches in wrestling now. So we need a separate place to mold them. because we can't mold the bitches and everybody at the same time. We see how that's working. It's not a good balance. So no, we need a separate place for the bitches. So yeah.
These brothers are clever, bro. They're very slick, bro. This is an all women's pay-per-view. Now they're trying to brand it as a showcase, Sam.
Yeah.
You hear this, bro?
Yeah, you see how they
It's
move
a
it.
pay-per-view, a
see how-
premium live
And they keep
event.
using things like
You have to
elemental,
bring
too.
a spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're moving into the second half of the debate now, and
I
so
like how they did the keyword coding. Yeah.
So now
No,
it's
I got you.
Hold on,
I got you.
it's team 2 turn for them to get their main points because they never got their main points off, and then team 1 y'all gonna get y'all rebuttal after they go. So y'all got 7 minutes.
Damn. Fuck. All right. So main point. So I'll bring it back to what I literally just said about whether you want to call it a showcase or not. Listen, Evolution's primary objective back in the day was to have a showcase of what the women can do because we just ended not too long ago the Divas era prior to. So it was a showcase of talent, pay-per-view, whatever. This time it's going to be to show the next generation because we already know everybody can wrestle. Like I said, the Mae Young Classic final was a part of the main card. They had the NXT Women's Championship a part of the main card, the Raw Women's Championship, the SmackDown Women's Championship. Look at all the belts we got now that we can't even get defended on a month-to-month basis. The Women's Tag Team Championships need something like this because otherwise we're never going to see the motherfuckers on there. We lucky we got it at WrestleMania. Imagine the PLE we got United States Championship, Women's IC Championship, the Tag Team Championships, Raw, SmackDown, NXT Women's Championship. And we don't even got to do that. We could do a triple threat between all the champions. This is just an opportunity because we got to do call-ups eventually. Some people don't watch NXT. We know that for a fact as content creators. Imagine they first time seeing a Lola Vice, a Jordan Grace, a Julia, whatever the case may be. They can see a Ren Sinclair, like, holy shit, that's Ren Sinclair. I'm about to start watching NXT now. That's what's good for business for WWE. If they showing these different women, you get them invested. So eventually, when they on the main roster, it's like, oh shit, Roxanne Perez. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is for. Like I said, this shit isn't gonna be seen as, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, this is gonna be a big ass event, blah blah blah. It don't matter if they have a 20,000 arena because it's gonna be about the social media presence afterwards. It's gonna be about the clicks, the likes. They're like, oh shit, we had Charlotte versus Becky rematch. We had it in 2018. They haven't been in the ring since blah blah blah. Oh shit, we had Jade versus Bianca. They finally got it on. Oh shit, we had metaphor not there no more, but Lash Legend class with Jade Cargill. It could be anything. You can't do that on regular TV because it has to be a story. This actually opens opportunity for more creative booking, whereas the shit from story to story to story, we get shit like Pat McAfee versus Gunther. Whereas we on this Women's Evolution, we could get anything. Motherfucker, Jada Parker could be going against the damn women's champion for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Okay, quick, what you got, man?
And for one, let's also take in mind we can do everything that we do on these regular PLEs. We'll get the celebs involved. What if all these women have Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, all these women making theme music? What if they all pulled up and performed them joints live? For real. That's money right there. That's a whole female market. And let's be honest. Look at and most of y'all may not even be fully knowledgeable on how dope a lot of these women are. Like, for one, if y'all checked out all of Mia Yim's matches before WWE, homegirl gets hardcore. So if she's in that mid-card picture, what if they built up a story to where at Women's Revolution they had a ladder match or a TLC match for that mid-card title or a dang cage match? It would be, there's so many things you can experiment to where these women can show what they can do. Street fights, so on and so forth. Imagine friggin' Jordan Grace and Julia inside of a steel cage. Or so on and so forth. Or in the street. There's so many options you can put around these stories, but if it's on these PLEs with all these men, they get swallowed up by all these men's stories. If the focus is on these women, you can give them the proper light. You can give them the proper stories, the proper bookings, and put the proper validity on every championship that the women are fighting for. Kai, do you have a closing one? Or another thing to add on before we?
Nah, that was good. We straight.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, post that Jude comment. But let the world see what
No.
Jude said.
Not doing that.
No, because comments cannot help your argument. Sorry.
Listen,
I don't need
It's
their
not even
help.
because of that, but Jules
Y'all
been
need all
raised.
the help y'all can get. Y'all
We
on the
don't
road.
need
there's
the
a lot
help.
of problems
Y'all
with
on the
what
road.
I
Y'all
just
just
said.
Nah, but
Sammy, you want to go
Yo,
first or
yo,
what?
hold.
I'm
Y'all
gonna
got
be
6
quick,
minutes.
Dave. I'm
Y'all
gonna
got
be
6
quick.
minutes for a rebuttal.
I'm gonna be quick, man. There's a lot of problems with what these two just said, right? And I already know what the problem is. Kai drinking, you know what I'm saying? Kai sipping, you probably feeling them. You know what I'm saying? You probably sipping behind the camera. That's probably why you don't want to get on the camera. I think I know what's going on here, bro.
I gonna hold you. That's funny.
Everything I just said is exactly why AEW is going down and the WWE keeps striving up. We don't want to see things for no reason. We want to see things with story.
Mhm.
We want to see things with good promo. We want you to reel us in. That's the whole thing about a television show. We can't just forget that this is not a television show. They're here for a show. You know what I'm saying? So, how much of these women can actually give us the illusion of a show? That's why they can't get on every single pay-per-view with the tag team women's title. They're not interesting enough. Let's just call a spade a spade. The mid-card titles, they're just not interesting enough. I'm sorry, even the woman that went up against Charlotte, this is in some pockets, she's not even interested enough. I'm just gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? They gotta step their promo game up. They gotta step their character building game up. This is what we want to see on a show. Go ahead, Dave.
Thank you, Sammy. You killed them, but I'm about to put the nail in the coffin. That was a beautiful rebuttal. These guys are slick, man. There's an attack on men, and we see it manifest in professional wrestling. We're beating around the bush way too much, man. The whole point of Evolution, the first one, wasn't to showcase women. You're
Right
lying now. You're rewriting history.
Right on.
All of them women in interviews, including Triple H, including Stephanie McMahon, it was to show that women could do it without the men, to show that women could have a show of their
Right
own
on.
and have it successfully without the men. What happened? They filled up a 16,000 plus arena with only 10,000 people. Not bad, but leaves a lot to be desired. That's point number one. Point number two is there's an attack on men. Again, they're trying to rewrite history. The point was to show we don't need the men like society be doing, and that we can sell it out and be successful and do it all on themselves by themselves. Let me ask you a question. If we decided to let's tell the men to stay home for Backlash tonight. We got a premium live event tonight. Let's say a week before Backlash, a couple weeks before Backlash, we were like, all the men stay home. They stay home. You got some PTO. You get the day off. Who the hell would come and watch Backlash? No, not even the most thirsty niggas and the biggest feminists that like to see fat asses and big titties will pay a ticket to go see that for the simple fact that, respectfully, the women's roster doesn't have the depth or the storytelling ability to do that. Do I think maybe at some point can they? Maybe. But right now, they're not at that point. Come on, let's call a spade a spade. We got a women's tag division, and I'm glad we have it, but let's call a spade a spade. It's just have a tag team and then stick two singles wrestlers that mean nothing to compete for it. If the mid card, let's have a generic babyface slide in and fight Chelsea Green, aka Zelina Vega, who got the US title and still coming out to no reaction. These are the proof right there that we should not have it. You guys are giving some good points, but the main question is, should we have it? And you haven't given strong enough points to justify why we should. Go ahead, Sammy.
Very quickly. The greatest rivalries in our mind, right? Do they not have a good story behind it?
Always.
Always, right? You know what I'm saying? Rock Stone Cold. You know what I'm saying? We Cena Orton. You know what I'm saying? Like we go down to Hogan Andre. It's the story, it's the allure. We got to create some type of imagination in our head. You know what I'm saying? The women just ain't as good as that.
I'm sorry y'all just wasted around like that. I literally explained how to fix
Y'all are
everything
done.
you just y'all. I literally explained how to fix everything y'all complained about. That shows y'all didn't listen because y'all literally took
No.
every. Oh my
Nah,
god!
man, because
God,
if it
do you hear this, bro?
if it's a PLE, but if it's a PLE, but
Did I
here's
not run through how to fix all that? How to
But-
prepare for
Hey,
the
hold
joint?
on.
but
Cause
in a road to a pay-per-view, you gotta reel us in.
Y'all wasted it. Y'all, but I literally just told y'all that that's what they need to do.
No,
And-
you told
all right, never. Yes, I did. All right, Kai. All right, next
you
thing.
God told us AEW booking. That's what y'all
hold
told
on,
us.
hold on.
Nah,
We gonna move into the closing
Now
argument.
everybody Knicks fan
Hold on.
now.
After I respond to this comment, which is utter stupidity, you call Selena Vega a jobber? What are you talking about? She won the Queen of the Ring in 2021, and she
And
became
nobody
a
remembers.
nope. I'm not done talking.
everybody remembers
not
that.
doing
Now
this.
you tripping.
No, her and Carmella had a good run as tag team champions, and she got released for having a twitch. What are we talking about? She got released for no reason. Do people not realize how stupid that is? When Rhea Ripley was the world champion, when with new design, was that not one of her better matches with Selena Vega? She gets no reaction because she doesn't have. Look at her theme song. Look at what Death Rebel has done to everybody. Who has a good
Like
theme
I
song
said,
by Death Rebel? Selena Vega is not a jobber. She's one of the best women on the mic. Jude, I'm not responding to your comment. She's one of the best women on the mic.
talk your shit.
That nigga Judo top today,
Becky
man.
Lynch, Alexa Bliss, then Selena Vega. Those probably the top 3 women on the mic right now. Like, we're not calling Selena a jobber just because y'all don't know what y'all watching.
That part.
All right, team 1, y'all got 3 minutes for an argument.
You said closing argument?
Yeah.
Okay. Sammy,
Wait,
you
who
could
just
go
went?
first.
Wait, hold on.
What's the time? What's the time on the closing argument?
No, it's team 2 turn on the clock.
Oh, my fault.
3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
All right, Kai, you first. I went first last time, I think.
In closing, in conclusion, this was a great debate. Chat will answer y'all questions after the debate. We're not ignoring y'all. We're debating, so we can't focus on that. Listen, in closing, right? We have a lot of young talent that needs to be prepared for the future, and a lot of young talent that.
Wait, hold on, Kyle, hold on.
Oh, yep. Pause my time. Yep.
Hey, let me pause this. I'm a stupid fuck. Get banned.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
No, he ain't say you.
Oh wow.
Oh, fuck,
Yes, he did.
fuck it.
All right,
Oh.
resume.
Oh yeah, get him out of here then. No
All
disrespect
right, fuck it.
allowed here.
People, man.
You can troll respectfully, but no disrespect.
That nigga out of here.
Get him out of here. All right, get it.
All right, so we have a lot of young, great talent that haven't been showcased and that are showcased, but like you guys say, the casual fan who just watches the main product will not get to see. We need to start getting those casual fans over to seeing all the talent that is current. That's what they do on Netflix, right? On Netflix, they brought Stephanie Vaquer from NXT. She's the NXT champion to showcase her because she's going to be there soon, right? They brought up Roxanne Perez when she was in Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and then put her on Raw to showcase the talent. With this opportunity, this could actually put the women on the map for the guys and the gals who don't really know about everybody that they got. WWE has one of the most stacked women's rosters ever. I ain't say it was the best because you brought up the AEW argument, but the AEW actually books their women way better with more chances to showcase them. Yes, they do. You got to watch on a week-to-week basis.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But this is the opportunity to actually compete with AEW because that's the only thing AEW really has that can compete with WWE is their women's division. Monet, Toni Storm are two of the biggest women stars in all of wrestling. Okay, quick.
At the end of the day, y'all say the women don't have this, don't have that, not interested in this, not interested in that. How are we going to get there? We need something to build to. If we place a Women's Evolution 2 in 2026, the rest of 2025 leading up to that pay-per-view, we're booking bigger stories. We're giving them mic time. We're putting equity in those titles. We are doing everything that needs to do. So by the time 2026 comes and that PLE eases on up, everybody's invested, and not just the main 5, 6, or 7 women, but anybody we put up on there. So if y'all want the change, we need something to work to. And the only way that's going to improve, and the only way that's going to, all the stuff y'all complain about all debate long is going to change, is if we work towards Evolution 2 and we put and they book them and put the equity in them and in those titles to get to Evolution 2. So all that stuff is changed. And I digress.
Intermission real quick, Ed. K Quick loves saying we gonna get there, we gonna get there. Are they ready or not?
Yes, they are, bro. It's all about booking.
You keep selling us this dream.
And the problem is, don't they have a great chance to show us what they got in NXT?
Yeah, on Raw.
Most of these women on the main
roster, no, they don't.
They don't, bro. It's the same booking problem.
Everybody don't watch NXT.
Said, once again, these guys here have selective hearing. I literally addressed all that. Me and Kai both. They got selective hearing. Bro, take your glasses off so all your senses can.
You're talking about a build-up. You're talking about a build-up, but they already been built up.
Bro, it's the story. The talent is built up. The talent is built up, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Time out. Because once Team 1 do that, Team 1, y'all gonna do y'all closing argument. Then I say how I feel about it. And Drew, you said Selena is too short. I mean, Indy Hartwell is tall and she got released. So I don't even know what height means in wrestling. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't think that's an argument to make. Like, most of the women are short, to be fair.
Niggas acting like Bianca Belair 5'9". No, she's fucking not.
Do y'all want women to be 6'5" or some shit like that? Why are
they don't have a lot of 6 feet women in the WWE? Like, what is
and why
Zelina just the shortest of the short? But okay, is Alexa Bliss the same height?
Well, you shouldn't want women 6 feet anyway.
And since when do men complain about women's heights? Firstly, when did we start doing that shit?
But anyways, we can Team 1. Y'all can do your argument now.
Yo, y'all act like y'all. Hold on, real quick. Y'all act
y'all
like
got 3 minutes.
Y'all are being slick and act like y'all don't get his point, bro. It's not that height is it's obviously wrestling and height isn't the extreme in matter, but Zelina Vega being an average wrestler and being that small, it hurt. You see how she struggles to get her moves in on Piper Niven? It's because of the height, the size difference. But
hey Dave,
well, you know who had the
speak no English. I don't understand nothing.
You know who had the same problem?
Yeah, just like we don't understand EO Sky.
No.
Andrade,
You know who had the same problem? 3 numbers, 619. I digress.
And she does the 619 ugly. But let me get to our closing arguments. But at the end of the day, Kate Quick and Kai are arguing from just a desire standpoint. They're not arguing what would benefit the audience. What would the audience really have fun seeing it? This sounds good on a video game and in those worlds, but in the real world, I don't think there's a need for it yet. Like I said, maybe they will get there. But if they tried to do this year or even next year, they wouldn't have the depth or the storylines in place. Now, don't get it twisted. Me personally, I'd love to see them be able to pull it off, but they don't got the roster or the skill set to do it right now. Sammy, go ahead.
Yeah, and just to pile on, like I said at the start of this whole debate, there needs to be a face for the women. There's really no clear-cut face for the women who is like the number one woman above all. Like you have to have that in order to make this whole ingredient even work to begin with. So I don't think it will work until they find like their version of Reigns or their version of Cody, something like that.
That's all y'all got?
How much time we got left?
1:30.
And to conclude all these arguments, we've been won this argument since the last round, in my opinion. But to conclude these arguments, my opponents make a couple of good points, but not enough to justify this pay-per-view. And Kate Quick, who's hiding behind that screen drinking, like Sammy said, is probably.
I don't drink, my brother. I don't drink.
You can't interrupt. My fault. He can't interrupt. But at the end of the day, like K Quick behind that screen, he loves to praise. Before we got into this debate, he says he's into draws, but in reality, anytime he hops up on this platform, he's talking about Natalia, EO, the people that never drew a dime.
Right.
And this is part of the problem why women can't have their own pay-per-view. We're so into moves and not into telling stories and reeling people in with spectacle and promos.
Right. So if that's it, hold on. If that's it, I will say what I felt about the debate, because it was a good one. I think both sides made some good points, but EO is definitely a draw. I don't get that, but she's definitely a draw. I don't know what we're talking about, but the thing is, y'all say that the women don't have the stories. When there's 9 ads during a match, how can the women build stories? You have not. The first match of SmackDown had 9 ads. If we're constantly getting ads, if we're constantly getting unnecessary segments, how are you going to build up the women? You have to.
WWE tries.
They don't.
Would you agree that? Would you agree in all seriousness? WWE tries with them.
No, they had
They don't.
They had Chelsea Green and Mia Yim wrestle 7 times in 1 month, and the result was the same that every time. And
let's be honest. The last time women had 100% focus. The last time women had that 100% focus was when Stephanie McMahon was still in office. She doesn't work for them now.
We just gave them extra titles, bro. We don't have to do this.
Well, listen to this. After Becky Lynch left, what did they do? They made Liv and Rhea about Dominic. It wasn't about the title. It was about Dominic. A Mexican with a mustache. Who cares? The biggest women's feud of the year was
that's
about.
That's actually one of the better stories that's been told.
Dominic was hot at the time. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
No, if you have a women's world championship story, it should be about the world championship, not Dominic Mysterio. That is not helping the women's division.
They drugged that story out way too long.
After Nia Jax lost the women's championship to Tiffany Stratton, what did she do? She challenged Rhea. Then she double backs on Tiffany Stratton 2 months later. What sense does that make?
And also, when Nia Jax and Jade Cargill fought for the first time, and that's when Nia was in Jade Cargill's daughter's face, they could have branched off into a brilliant story, but they put months and months in between that. They ruined it.
And let's talk about the tag team division. The problem is they don't book the tag teams. You had a tag team gauntlet match, and like 3 teams hadn't been featured in weeks. You had Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, one of your actual only real tag team, and you released them. You released Jakar Jackson for no reason and keep Nikita Lyons. You get rid of Chemical X when they was just on NXT the week before. You had Roxanne and Cora Jade team up randomly, and you just released Cora Jade out of nowhere. Like, I'm not saying she's the greatest ever, but that just felt kind of random at the time. So it's like, you can't build a women's tag team division if you're not trying. They clearly aren't trying with the women's tag team division. They're not even giving them matches and segments on TV. Liv is filming a movie, and they're letting Judgment Day keep the titles.
Yeah, because Liv is probably the most interesting one out of that tag team division, though. We gotta.
Liv is really improved. I don't have a problem with her. My thing is, if you're gonna have the championships, they need to be defended. I don't think her and Raquel should have just lost them, not to Becky and Lyra, because that was stupid too. You did that just to build. You did that just for them to get a 1-day title reign. That was stupid.
You can for real arguably say Liv is the pivotal part of the Judgment Day right now, because the way Judgment Day looks right now is because of the situation between her and Rhea.
Hold on, I wanna real quick address something Couch and you said previously. AEW, if there's one thing AEW does probably better than WWE, it's tag team wrestling. Their women's division is trash.
No, their women's division.
Their tag team division is pretty solid.
They don't really got characters for women either.
AEW women are a lot better than their tag teams.
Their tag teams are on point, bro.
No, they have a good story
We
with the
got
hurt.
one tag team, bro.
They have a good
AEW and ROH tag teams are just better all around. For crying out loud, they got 6-man titles, and those matches are fire. For real.
That's the dumbest thing ever. 6-man tag title.
Yeah.
They did. All right. So what? You never
Look,
knew they
look,
had 6-man tag
Look,
titles?
y'all.
No, but look at the women's division. You have Tony Storm, you have Megan Bayne, you have Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale. So you telling me that's not a stack? And that's just to name a few. You telling me that's not a stacked roster?
No.
It is.
Britt Baker? Oh, y'all niggas tripping. Bro,
No,
think about this.
I like Britt
Y'all
Baker.
talk about
Come on,
draws
Thunder
and
Rosa,
y'all
she's
talk about
fire, bro.
marketability, bro. Marketability and all draws and all that shit. Monet is a transcends wrestling. She's been in Star Wars. Tony Storm was just in a fucking movie.
Where did Monet come from?
Yo, y'all be pretending.
Nigga, that don't got shit to do with today.
Hold on.
Today.
Be honest, Couch. I feel like
y'all.
y'all are pretending at this point. Are you really telling me Monet's run in AEW has even compared to anything she's done in WWE?
Way better.
Yes.
Way better.
Well,
You guys
Sasha Banks.
Well, firstly,
you know how much history Sasha Banks
Sasha Banks
let's
is
get
one
this correct. Let's get this
correct.
correct, though.
It's not even fair because she hasn't been there long enough.
Let's get this correct. Monet wasn't in WWE. Sasha Banks was.
Oh my God.
No, Mercedes Moné. When she was Sasha Banks in WWE, the best moment of her career was when she was tag champs with Bayley during the pandemic.
No,
She went
Bro,
to Japan
Sasha Banks
she had
made
some
more
good-
of an
she had some good
impact
work
in
ethic.
WWE.
No, she made an impact in Japan. And then she went over there.
She had some good
She did.
titles.
Sasha Banks' title reigns was
Without
like
Mercedes
30
Moné.
days. Sasha Banks has never had a title reign over 100 days in WWE.
So it's only about
I-
title reigns?
I'm just saying.
She was
No,
cooking in
Mercedes
Japan, though.
Work is a lot better in New Japan and
What
AEW.
can she do in 30 days?
I ain't gonna
Her
front.
stuff
She
with
was
Chris
cooking in
Statlander.
Japan, though. She was definitely cooking in Japan.
Her stuff with Chris Statlander is amazing. Some of the best work I've seen.
Man, those
But-
Bayley matches were top notch. So y'all cut it out.
Oh yeah, for sure. They definitely
One of the
were.
best women's
Super
matches
fast.
They
ever.
definitely were.
I cut it out.
But
But
AEW let their women main event multiple times. Tony Storm.
We do too.
But they don't always deserve that, Couch. Just because
Tony Storm, though?
Tony Storm and Mariah made main event, they deserve it.
Bruh, Tony
But they
Storm
don't
and
have-
them put on bangers. What are we talking about?
Man, come on, man.
And better character. Tony Storm got better character work than every woman in WWE right now.
I'll give you that. Tony Storm's a
That's
hell of
not
a guy.
saying much.
That's saying a lot.
That's not saying much when we got Asians as our world champions.
Yo,
All right,
Hey, this nigga racist.
this nigga said we can't get canceled.
That's not saying much, bro. They're one-dimensional performers.
So now we got a sexist on there and we got a racist on there.
That's how they are.
This nigga said
So
what?
what? So you see, so this is team one. We got a sexist and a racist. That's what we doing.
Whatever, man.
And we gotta cover.
How many ways can you book these Asians, though?
We gotta cover.
I'm about to say, hey, wait, let's settle
on.
the debate, man. Let's settle
Hold
the
on,
debate.
hold on.
OG and Ed, man, take it over.
All right, yeah, let's go to the judges.
OG and Ed are being biased, bro. They're not being objective.
You feel
How
me?
they being biased because we
Feel
winning?
me?
That's crazy. Come on, bro. You can't do that, bro. Come on, man. You can't do that. Listen, y'all cooked us last debate, but I came prepared. I had my tabs up, nigga. I was ready this time. That's all. I wasn't prepared
I honestly think this was close, honestly. But
All
I
right,
think
good.
Nah, this was a good one. This was a good one. I like this one
All right,
better.
for the people in the comments, if y'all think team 1-1, put a 1. If y'all think team 2-1, put a 2. I'm going with team 2 on this one.
Thank you, Jude.
I think team 2 won. OG, what you think? You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yo, Ray, you keep saying that shit.
What's your verdict, OG?
I'll admit it. I ain't fronting. I watch AEW, but they haven't earned the right to watch them every week. But I'm tapped in. I do this all day.
And WWE's right when they
leave that alone, man. Leave that alone.
This nigga been in there saying that the whole time, bro.
He know damn well they don't book right. That nigga bullshitting.
All right, yes. So Kai, the bloodline holds the one in the air. We hold the two.
Well, we had the twos up.
We got the twos
up. Nah, that was good though. That was a good one. I like
You didn't even get to do that. You didn't even get to do that because you hate Roman Reigns. Both y'all.
I don't hate Roman Reigns.
I don't hate Roman Reigns.
Yeah, you do. Can't quit. You hate Roman Reigns.
That nigga just regular.
No. I just don't. The only thing I disagree with about Roman Reigns is I feel like the reign, his title reign, is not what people are making it out to be. That's the only thing I disagree with.
Now I'll give it up to Roman Reigns. The tribal chief shit, I was fucking. But every time
the character, trust me, the character and the story was on point. It's just the reign wasn't respectable.
That shit was hard. When used to be the tribal chief coming out, that shit was hard. Every time the music hit, I was like, oh shit, this is the final boss.
That reign was probably the best reign in the wrestling business for like
the last 20 years.
Bro, only wrestled 10 times.
Last 20.
He literally only wrestled.
I wouldn't say 20, but
John Cena reign was better.
Can we say last 15, 20?
I'll say 10.
If you sign me to WWE, I can beat his reign if I don't wrestle like he
I
did.
love John Cena. John Cena did not have a story arc like this with the championship.
You tripping. You tripping.
Which one? Which
bro? This whole rivalry with Edge bro.
Oh, you talking about that one? No.
From New Year's Revolution. You said 20 years. That shit started from 2005 and went all the way to basically 2008.
You know what, Cal? We're gonna pull some strings. We're gonna get to a
It's not better than Roman.
Yeah, John Cena got that.
Right. You know what, Cal? This is what we finna do. We finna pull some strings. I'm gonna get you signed to WWE. They're gonna put the title on you. All you gotta do is not wrestle like Roman, and then you're gonna beat him.
I can do that easy.
Gonna beat his reign.
But that's not as easy as
just don't wrestle.
That's not
don't show up. Show up, cut a promo, and leave, and don't come back.
You hate and can't quit.
That's not an easy thing. That's like saying Brock Lesnar's job was easy.
Well, no, because I gave Brock Lesnar the same work. Everybody get the same heat.
But that's hard.
But
that's hard to pull off to take a break.
But you know what's crazy? But Brock was defending his shit consistently. He became part-time around the time he came back and became WWE champion. We had the Red Universal belt. He was defending that shit.
Well, like I said, but that's the era I'm talking about. The latter part of that, because you got to remember, Roman was champion before and defending it consistently too. I had no problem with that. Same thing when Brock Lesnar came back. He won the title. Leave for 6, 7, 8 months. Come back.
But the first half, if you remember, the first half of Roman's reign, he was showing up way more often. The first half of it.
Yeah, but why are we acting like it's not hard to do to still keep fans' interest and take those breaks?
Exactly.
That's hard
because he had half his family reunion there working for him.
No, but that's part of the story.
If I had like 8 cousins tied in worshiping me like
the story.
But that's not a great heel.
And he had Paul Heyman. He didn't even have to talk. He had Paul Heyman, same as Brock Lesnar did.
Fuck Paul Heyman, dog. He turned his back.
But that adds to.
Now you don't like Paul Heyman because he turned his back.
Yeah, he turned his back.
Oh wait, we got to end the debate though. And OG, what's the final verdict? So then we can talk about the regular wrestling shit before this mid pay-per-view come on.
Yeah, put a pin in this Paul Heyman thing. We coming back.
OG, what you think? Still there?
Now give him some time. You know that California shit be taking long to hit. There you go. Yo, OG, you can hear?
Is he still on?
This shit probably fucking up.
Dude, have some respect for the tribal chief.
So may I ask, and also while we waiting for OG, what does Roman do now? Because I ain't gonna front, his aura don't hit the same when he ain't got the wise man in his
That's
tribe.
not true.
That's not true. Yeah,
It don't hit the same, bro.
He
It
not-
don't. It's over.
his new, even the new version of the theme song, not that shit don't hit the same. The original theme song,
That
shit
shit's
is
fire.
the original
So
theme
you mean to
song.
tell me 2025?
Roman's been getting good ovations.
So you mean to tell me 2025 Roman still hits the same as 2022 Roman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Cap,
Nah.
cap,
No, it's not.
Sure.
It does.
No, it's because of the character now. Look at the character with the
For the whole
Tribal Chief
bro,
can't be a
listen,
baby
listen,
face. No,
listen.
the
Seth-
Tribal Chief
Seth
being a baby
Rollins-
face don't even make sense.
Bro, but
Yes,
Seth
it
Rollins,
does.
Seth Rollins
No, it
wouldn't even be hitting like he is had he not take Paul from him.
Exactly.
I mean, it helps Seth, but like, what does it really do for Roman? Like this,
But that
this baby
they
face
wasn't
Roman
putting
is
Seth in
good.
significant stories.
It's just
though,
a
to be
watered down Tribal
fair.
Chief.
If
All the
Roman
baby-
does not have
Tribal Chief.
if Roman does not have the bloodline around him making him look prestigious, it doesn't hit the same.
No, if the bloodline
It does
doesn't have
not hit
Roman
the same.
Reigns, they don't look prestige.
They don't hit the
Bruh,
same.
Jey Uso is the world champion right now. He
And
is
it's
probably
whack.
arguably the most popular
whack.
one on the roster, bruh.
It's
Stop
whack, dog. That's
You
a
can
whack.
go out, and
Jey
bruh,
Uso
if you go to a live show right now, you're gonna be yeeting right along with it. Stop it.
Yo, Jey
Jey
Uso.
Jey
Y'all
Uso
see Jey Uso on Raw?
Damn, he been champion for 3 weeks. Sam, give him a chance.
You gonna
Did y'all see him on Raw against Seth Rollins?
Nah, Sammy, that was a good match.
That was a
Sammy.
good ass
No,
match.
That was a good
Oh,
match,
oh,
Sammy.
oh.
No bullshit.
I'm talking about the segment before that.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. That's fact. That's it.
That
No,
segment was trash.
my only issue with Jey Uso is how he cut promos. He's doing it on. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or walking down them steps is really a task. But that I'm gonna beat your ass. I don't
what
like
I'm
that
saying,
shit. That shit's
dog.
bad. I don't like
Nah,
that.
I ain't gonna front. I ain't
If
gonna front. I
Alberto Del
like
Rio was a
that.
world champion 4 times, Jey Uso can be a world champion.
Well, I can tell you, but you know what, Kai? I can tell you why he cuts
Who did
promos
he
like that.
say?
Alberto Del Rio. If he's a 4-time world
Alberto
champion,
Del
he
Rio's
can get
better
it
than
once.
Jey Uso.
Nah, I don't. I
No, he's not. Now you
To be
now
a
you-
4-time champion.
I
though,
disagree
man.
with that, Sammy.
No, he's
That
not
is
a
a
better
reach.
singles performer
Nah.
than Jey Uso.
It's not better at anything.
Now you're gonna say Great Khali is better than Jay.
Yes.
Hell no.
Oh, get him out of here, bro.
I'm about to leave.
And
I'm about to leave.
Y'all telling me Great Khali when he first got on the scene wasn't more believable than Jey Uso?
Nah,
He
objective.
was 7'2".
All right then.
All he
ob-
did was stand
Nah.
there and be
But
taller
that
than
adds to the
Undertaker.
allure. He can't help how he was born.
being
So that means he more believable than Rey Mysterio. Then Great Khali better than Rey Mysterio. If that's
No.
the
No,
logic.
Rey Mysterio's a different story. That's a different
So can I
story.
ask you?
That's a different story.
So let me ask you. If
being
Jey Uso,
unbiased, I like the Logan Paul Jey Uso storyline. I really do.
Facts.
I
but no,
like
but
it.
no, whole time, Sam. If Jey Uso was so trash, why do everybody love him so much?
I said his segments are trash.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
I'll
fair.
give you that. All right.
Trash. That's
His Logan Paul
Do you mean?
segment
Wait a
was
minute. Do
pretty
you mean
good,
segment
Sammy.
for some promos?
I didn't say he was trash in the ring. He's good in the ring. His segments are trash.
Do you mean segments as in promos?
Yeah, like his promos, the character. I think it's all some cheesy bullshit.
No, I like the character. I don't know about that. I like the character.
It's for the bro. His
The
character
I
is
think the merch
amazing.
is fire. I got some shirts.
The promo with Logan Paul was pretty good, Sammy. You got to give him that.
And when he was talking to
The Seth
Paul
Rollins
Heyman,
stuff.
about the match too, that energy was through the roof when he was talking to Paul Heyman. Let's come on, give him that.
I think you know what I think. You know what I told David this a few weeks ago. I think it's cheap stuff, right? Because what would you say the difference between him and Road Dogg Jesse James is?
Oh, this nigga's
Well,
crazy.
Road Dogg is white.
Road Dogg was over though. They used to
You said
hang
what
on
now?
every Road Dogg word.
But Sam, you said you like people that got catchphrases and shit though.
No,
I mean, like, for one,
no.
well, I mean, Stone Cold, the same way people say
Jey
yeet
Uso's
in
a better
between his
athlete.
words,
Jey Uso's a
Stone
better
Cold said
athlete
they
than
said
Road
wet
Dogg.
in between Stone Cold's words. And for real, I think that's part of
Austin
what
didn't need
is
that.
going on. I think
Austin
that's part of
didn't
what's
need that.
going on with his promos, though, because I think he waits for the yeet from the crowd. I think he tries to time them too much. He overtimes them.
He's
Which is
relying
why
on
he-
it. That's my whole point.
But I mean, LA
No,
Knight when people say yeah in between his words, it's more organic.
LA
I
Knight
think
LA Knight don't need that though.
But it works. It's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
He makes the breaks purposely now in between his words so people can say that because he know that that's money. That's crowd participation. It's
The
just
problem is
Jay just adds one too many breaks. That's
the
just it.
problem is when Jay tries to cut a real promo, the fans can't help themselves. When he was talking about his brother,
Yeah, that too.
the fans were just yeeting, and he couldn't really. And he was trying to tell him to calm down, and he couldn't do nothing about it because they was just doing a promo.
That's true. The promo with Gunther is probably one of his best promos, and he wasn't pausing, but people were still cutting him off with the yeet. You know, the crowd was. So
that nigga could have said, "My brother just died yesterday." Yeet. I'm like, y'all niggas
I'm like, they was
out with that shit.
Like, no, he was really going off. He was really cooking in that promo, but they were still trying to yeet in between.
See, you should kick people like this dude out, man. Alex Schmidt.
Alex Schmidt.
Now I know that was cool.
Alex being subjective though.
That don't even make any sense. Road Dogg Jesse James has skills.
Well, niggas was getting over saying, "Oh man, fuck out of here."
Road Dogg was my guy. I rock with Road Dogg, but
he was an elite talker, bro.
I'm an ass man.
But also Road Dogg.
I'm an ass man.
But also what Road Dogg lacked, Road Dogg also couldn't get over as a singles wrestler, but he was entertaining. He was entertaining as heck when he was in that tag team, but he just couldn't get over by himself. And he is that. Just couldn't find it.
Yo, Roman Reigns gave Jey Uso the head start to get here. That's all.
Well, I ain't gonna front.
Let's get back to him.
Well, I ain't gonna front. I don't think it's Roman. It's the story overall. That whole story, it put Roman up there.
The leader of that story.
But did Jey Uso not give back though? He gave back.
Well, bro, you gotta give some credit to Jey Uso, Sammy, and everybody else.
Credit.
Because I can't give it all to Roman because Roman wasn't there.
They build that shit.
Roman wasn't even there most of the time. Roman wasn't even there most of the time. So
I think, in all honesty, the Usos would have been fine without the bloodline because they still a top tag team ever.
They are.
It just propelled them to even higher heights. I think Sammy is the one that really needs the bloodline because I don't know where he would be if it wasn't for them.
I gotta disagree with that. I don't think fans would ever get behind the Usos as singles guys without.
No, I'm not saying a single star. I didn't say single star.
I think what he's trying to say is they would have still had a legacy as the greatest tag team.
They would have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about them. I don't think they've never been in a position to be single stars if it wasn't for this. But even without the bloodline, they still have a name for themselves.
No.
I'm happy.
You're right on that note, but the tag team thing would have had an expiration date.
It would have, but they still would have been. They would have been solidified still.
Yeah. Now, think about it. When they come back as a tag team, it's gonna be rejuvenized.
Mm-hmm. I'd say the Usos are probably that generation's Hardy Boys whole time. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Like what Hardy Boys was for me, that's what the Usos were for the generation they came up in.
Yeah, they're an all-time great team. Dude.
Definitely.
But Roman Reigns Dave's right, man. Roman Reigns gave them legs that nobody could imagine.
Gave them clout, bro.
He gave them legs.
Well, the story gave everybody clout because Roman was the big dog before the story.
Jay Quick will do anything.
No. I mean, was he not? Well, no, I'm giving him credit, but like, if it wasn't for the bloodline story, Roman would still be in the ring saying "suffering succotash."
Yeah,
I'm gonna give credit to Roman Reigns because he said if he was coming back, he had to be a heel to come back. So that's good on Roman Reigns for doing that.
Because he set the he had the vision.
Do you understand? He didn't have to let them ride his coattails. He didn't have to do that.
Well, it's not like Roman had a choice. Whoever wrote it,
yeah, he does. Roman has a lot to say.
He had a lot to say after the story was already going.
He has a lot to say with anything he does.
He had the vision.
Well, for one, let The Rock come back. He ain't gonna have say that.
Yeah, he will. He will.
But nobody got to say when Rock come back.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm really. OG disappeared on us, man. I wanted to hear his opinion.
I mean, shit. I mean, literally, The Rock The Rock interjected himself in the middle of the Bloodline story. The story was literally at a crescendo. And Rock said, "Fuck that! I'm in this story now."
He made it better though. He made it better.
Hey, I'm not gonna. I see what you were saying a few weeks ago. You could have just had Cody win the first time, so he get Rock and Roman.
Nah, no way.
Yeah, because we never getting it now. We're not getting Rock versus Roman.
Right, it's too late
But
for it now.
that's because
We was never getting Rock and Roman to begin with though.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
planned.
come on, Sammy.
They called the
Bro, Rock has been avoiding this shit for what? More than a decade.
What?
Well, but once again,
everybody
you gotta,
thinks that it's not going to happen now.
well,
It's
once
not
again,
happening.
you gotta. I'm
Listen.
just factoring the alleged behind the scenes situation between Hunter and Rock, because apparently they still got an issue that is conflicting with one another, and that's why Rock just dropped this whole "Cody, I want your soul" shit.
Mhm.
I don't think that's going to interfere with Roman and Rock happening later.
It's not happening.
Well, if to me, if The Rock says he's not going to be involved in the story, it should be about so and so or whoever's involved. I don't see a timeline of when it happened, because I still don't know what The Rock handed Cody when he went off the first time, when he put in his hand. That could have led to Cody versus Rock, which I wanted to see for real. I wanted to see Cody versus Rock, and that could have led to Roman versus Rock. The timeline was set, and they abandoned this shit. It pisses me off the whole time.
Quick. This is exactly why I blame Triple H for all the bullshit. Because I think we all knew since Netflix Raw, the day one episode, that Rock wasn't going to be involved in shit. Fair to say?
Well, yeah, because of how he addressed Cody, he hugging and all that kind of stuff. They ruined it.
So Triple H should have already tried to been booking around him and going around him. Like I gotta say, Triple H
agree.
Ari Emanuel.
And it's so clear that John Cena was never supposed to turn heel because they had this merch already.
Yeah. Well, he
heel.
was supposed to. I
He
think
has
he was
new merch
supposed to turn heel at Mania, right? Originally.
He was never supposed to turn heel.
Oh, right. No, because it was Cody that was supposed to turn. Right?
They wanted Rock wanted Cody to turn heel, but Triple H didn't.
Yo, it's way too early to turn Cody.
Exactly. It wouldn't have made any
sense. I admit that it is way too early. I would say
too early.
But my thing is, why can't you just do a face versus face match? It's not like we get it every week. You could have
well, this is the thing. It's logic, because in a face versus face match, somebody's going to turn.
Exactly.
You know, like the fans are going to pick a side.
Yeah, they're going to boo somebody.
I mean, Cody was still getting booed regardless, and he was the face. So
and plus, getting this from Cena, we had to get Cena like this before his chapter's over.
No, that's a great. But John Cena was still getting cheered, so maybe you should have just turned Cody heel.
No.
John Cena had the damn crowd apologizing, bro.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He had the crowd saying, "We're sorry."
I never heard that in my life as a wrestling fan. Right. The crowd, 15,000 in unison saying "We are sorry" is nasty work.
Hey, and we way past that throwing stuff in the ring. That throwing stuff in the ring, we way past that. This is not 2005.
I mean, like even The Rock versus Hogan had a turn. Like Hogan,
y'all peeped that promo yesterday. That was a masterclass on Randy Orton.
Which one?
Y'all seen this promo on Randy Orton?
Oh no, that was very good. That was very good.
But I had to watch it this morning because Los Cigarza made me sleepy as hell. Like I
watched it when they uploaded it to YouTube. It was very good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Los Cigarza had me sleepy as hell last night.
Like you gotta let somebody like Cena just do whatever he wants, man. Let him do whatever he wants.
Well, I think he's that kind of person, because you remember when Rock came back to the Bloodline, their promos lasted 30 damn minutes each time, bro. It was ridiculous.
Exactly.
30 minutes of damn talking.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what sells premium live events.
Yeah, it does.
But you have to be a Rock though. You know, a master of the mic. That's the only way that shit works. I mean, if Chris Jericho came back, I'd listen to him for 30 minutes because I know he's gonna cook.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chris need to stop being stubborn and come get.
Yeah, just get your ass back here, man.
Come get this Hall of Fame spot.
Come get this Hall of Fame, bro.
Yeah, come get this Hall of Fame.
That's gonna be fake though, bro, because niggas booing him in AEW. He old, taking away from talent. If he come back and have good matches, motherfuckers all of a sudden gonna switch up. Oh my gosh, finally! I'm like, nah, bro, I don't hear that.
Now, speaking of Chris Jericho, though,
it's gonna be the same booking.
Hey, that stuff they did with Bandito was stupid. You should have just had. I'm still mad about that. You could have just had Bandito win straight up. I did.
Yeah.
Really, that was one of the dumbest things I ever saw.
They fucked Chris Jericho over with that. He should have beat him. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry. I don't like mass
He don't
niggas.
even look the same no more.
It's too many, but I mean, Ric Flair looked the same either, man. He still had a classic with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. Chris Jericho could come back to WWE right now and have a classic with anybody at WrestleMania. I promise you,
he can't.
He still hit that lion salt shit. He can still hit them shits.
Yeah,
He's just an old nigga with a spray tan.
He can't.
Not a old nigga with a spray tan.
AEW hasn't been giving them good opponents like that lately.
Now they've been giving some. I mean, most of his matches in the ring.
When he was the AEW World Champion, he was.
When Chris Jericho was AEW World Champ, I honestly think that was the best AEW World Title run ever. Like
the whole time, I think it was. Yeah,
I think his best promo work has been with the Learning Tree, though. It's just they could have done
who AEW has beat that reign. Nobody has beaten.
Nobody.
I ain't gonna front. I like the MJF ring. I do like it. MJF ring was like that.
Yo, I think it's kind of fell off, bro. I like this Hurt Syndicate storyline, but he kind of fell off.
No, he ain't fall off.
They trying to find who the next one, but they got too many of the problem with AEW is they got too many of he should be the champion. He should be the champion. It's too many of that shit in AEW. That's the only issue they really got because it's like, bro, Hangman can be champion again, Swerve could be champion again. This nigga could be just like, holy fuck.
So that
might be a champion.
Hangman should be a champion though.
Fact.
So that begs the question. Does that mean there's a possibility that the main event scene can be too heavy?
Yeah,
it's kind of too all over the place.
And I don't even think it's that because I think the way that they did the way that they set up the Owen Hart tournament, you had the perfect story with Takeshita and either Takeshita and Cal Fletcher or Cal Fletcher and Ospreay. You had two stories right there, but you didn't want to go with the young talent. I guess I really don't know why. And Hangman, he's great. I don't mind that. But I feel like you could have put Cal Fletcher in a position to just see what he can do with it. If it doesn't work out, take the title off of him. But let him prove himself. Do something like that. Like even the Megan Bain thing. She could have been the women's world champion. Like AEW been good this year.
Ed, how you be watching TNA? I'm trying to really tap back into TNA more than anything else.
You gotta buy that shit.
You gotta buy that shit?
Yeah, it's $10 a month. TNA
really?
Plus.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Damn.
$10.
I mean, both companies got the same problem. We got two different problems. Nobody is in the middle. AEW got too many niggas in the main event. That's contenders. WWE recycle the same niggas as the Seth, Roman, this nigga.
So one has two.
Bro, that's an aberration, bro. That's an aberration. He wasn't remember. He wasn't supposed to win the Royal Rumble.
Jey Uso was the B champion. He's the B champion. Who cares?
The match was gonna be Gunther versus CM Punk or Seth, and then Roman versus CM Punk or Seth. Jey Uso wasn't gonna win that shit initially.
Jey Uso wasn't supposed to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but Gunther's a new camp. Jay's a new camp. Damian Priest was a new camp. Y'all can say that all the time.
They actually been on a little bit of a.
They've been making fresh to contenders.
Now,
I ain't going front. I like
Brock Lesnar going. The old niggas, some of the old niggas is going, or you can't have Randy be the champion unless John Cena is got the belt. Like they had to shift away. But I'm talking about historically, since before 2020, it was Brock, Roman, Seth.
It was, and that's why people were getting upset because
that's not a bad.
Let Brock come back one time. Whoever's the champion, that reign ends immediately. That reign ends immediately, and they get.
I can see him being Jey Uso if he come back. He could be Jey Uso.
But here's the thing, though. That's not a bad thing because when you finally get somebody to beat Brock, they're a main man now.
Well, for one, I like what they're doing with the World Heavyweight Champ because, like you just said, there was Gunther, there was Damian Priest. They're making main event people with this title, and now that the world title is about to get tied up in this new Paul Heyman Seth story, they're going to be. I have a feeling that's what the WWE title was going to be doing for now, because it's now freed up from a long-term story. So
I feel
I
like
think that's where the next.
I think Braun Breaker has to be the one to beat Jay. I don't think Seth needed. I think Braun Breaker needed more than Seth do.
I like where your head's at, Ed. With that, that's
I don't
actually
know
pretty
about
good.
that. I don't know about.
I don't mind it.
I
don't mind.
like that, Ed.
I like Brian personally.
I think Seth should do it so that Braun could end up beating Seth.
But I
I
think
agree with that.
already
I
got the
agree
story
with
with.
That's pretty dope too.
Because
I mean,
But that's
more legit.
recycled booking though. That's the only thing. I
Yeah,
mean, I
but
don't
that's
mind
the more
it.
legit guy.
That's evolution. That's some evolution ass booking. We like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can try something new though. Like, figure out a different way to do it.
I feel you, but what's gonna mean more? What's
I
gonna
think
mean
Braun
more?
Breaker would mean more because look at WrestleMania last year. Now, when they had the tag team match. So you had the promo with Seth Roman and Paul Heyman and how they called that the World Heavyweight Championship the B title. So I don't get why Seth want to go after that again. And I think Seth is bigger than this title at this point. I think he could be a realistic contender for the WWE Championship.
Well, this is the thing. The value.
I think Braun Breaker now with him winning the IC title and him losing being a 2-time champion and being with Paul Heyman and Seth, that's going to help him reach new heights. And that's why I think he makes more sense to beat Jay for the title.
And
I'll tell you this.
That's the problem.
I'll tell you this. Whatever title is the B title depends on which story it's involved in and who's holding it. Because, like I said, like we talked, me, you, and Kai talked about this the other night. At one point, they made that Universal title bigger than the WWE title. So, at any point in time, if Paul Heyman and Seth make this Paul Heyman Seth story as big as it possibly can be, I can see that World Heavyweight title being the focus of a storyline.
Yes.
And the WWE title taking the B role. You know what I mean? It's all about what story on which show is the most important. That's what gives the titles equity.
All I was trying to ask is if you're Braun Breaker and you're ready to take that next level, who's gonna mean more, beating Jey Uso or beating Seth Rollins?
I mean, Braun and Jay got to have a rubber match, but Seth will mean more.
You see what I'm saying? So they might as well make it.
But I think eventually,
wait.
I think eventually Braun and Jay are going to run it back because they had that whole feud over the IC title. So I think they're going to need a third match eventually.
Or they could. This might be a little goofy, but they could do something like if Braun Breaker beat Jey Uso, then Seth Rollins get a title shot, and that's how Braun Breaker get mad, and that leads to them having a title match. It's kind of silly, but I could see them doing something like that.
I got an idea. It literally just popped in my head. I want to know what y'all think about it. So let's just say Braun Breaker. Let's entertain the thought of Braun Breaker becoming the world title underneath Paul Heyman and whatnot. What if the first person he feuds with is the newly called up Over Femi?
That's fascinating. I ain't gonna front. That's fascinating.
It would make Oba legit.
He's that dude.
I think that's a good. I think the just the aesthetics of them in the match is just a dope ass.
Yeah, the aesthetic of those two big men. That
hell yeah. There's gonna be so many damn power moves. They're gonna have to reinforce the whole damn set. They going through everything.
Yeah,
like
real.
Hey, how y'all feel about this? Jude said earlier, do y'all see Carmelo Hayes becoming the Black Dolph Ziggler?
No. I think Carmelo's gonna be the next best little guy. He's gonna be like the next Rey Mysterio. He's gonna be like the next best undersized guy. He got swag. He got charisma. He could go in the ring. He's gonna be all right.
I think he'll be fine, but in my opinion, I think he should have beat Aleister Black last night.
I agree with that. But that's asking.
Black's just coming back though.
Yeah, that's asking for a lot.
I know he's just coming back, but I mean, Carmelo Hayes is a heel, so have him put his feet on the ropes or something. Have him do some more heel things to get the win. Like, they will protect Aleister Black if you do it like that.
Yeah,
I agree, Ed.
Unless, like, the next time Aleister is in a match, Carmelo interferes and that starts a feud. That starts a feud between the two.
Hopefully,
that should happen.
So,
Yeah, hopefully that's what it
it
leads to.
would be a good feud. That would be a good
Your mic
feud.
messing up.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you sound low.
Son of a bitch. All right, hold on. I just got a phone call. That's probably why. Let me come back in.
All right.
All right, man. We all used to have a chirp phone, nigga. It's all good.
Hey, Kyle, what you think about what Drew said? Do you see Melo being the Black Dolph Ziggler?
Nah.
Yeah, dolls. What's wrong with that anyway? What's wrong with that?
I'm gonna say that's what Finn Balor is, but he just can't get
Exactly. That's what's wrong.
Nah,
with that?
Carmelo got a higher ceiling than Finn and Dolph.
Dolph Ziggler at least touched the world championship a couple times.
Yeah.
Either he's gonna be worse, either he's gonna be way worse or way better. It's no in between with Carmelo Hayes, bro.
I think he'll be way better.
Not if he don't get the title, because Dolph Ziggler could say, "Hey, motherfucker, I was the world heavyweight champion."
Melo will get a title eventually.
Technically, Dolph was a world champion. Technically, Dolph was a world
Didn't
champion.
he win it twice?
He won it twice.
Yeah.
And in addition to the NXT title,
Dolph is a little underappreciated.
He was
very
actually
underappreciated.
Dolph does his job.
He actually made
He been doing his thing in TNA.
Yeah, he really is doing his thing.
That nigga was in the Spirit Squad. That should tell you everything you need to know about how elite Dolph Ziggler is, because it could have ended really badly for that
motherfucker. He came out of that.
The rest of them niggas ain't shit.
He came out.
And you know what? Just to steal this quote from Mark Henry, if you look at how good Dolph Ziggler actually is, for real, he's the poor man Shawn Michael.
It's fact.
Yes. Everybody who I've seen talk about him saying if they had the choice, they work with him every night just because how good they make him look. He's just that good of a worker.
He's definitely one of the best sellers of the new era.
Yeah,
that dude could sell a move, man. He could sell a hit.
Yeah, the Ricochet can sell too.
He can sell all right. Selling his ass. Ricochet needs to shut the fuck up on social media. Sleep with your fine ass wife and just wrestle. Please shut the fuck up, bro. I'm tired of hearing.
He gonna come after you. He gonna come after you with them. He gonna come after you with them scissors.
That's cool.
But he gonna come back. He gonna come back to WWE. Why is after his contract up and he come back to WWE? I'm telling you,
he come after me. I will listen to Samantha Irvin music every day to taunt that nigga. That'll be my number one streaming person on Spotify. He better not do that shit. Shit should be blowing up in this house, nigga. Shit.
Ricochet was better off in WWE because you finna wrestle with a prosthetic leg.
By the way, that photo that we shared in the chat of Charlotte Flair with the black guy. Apparently, that's not fake because there was a video that came out of her like with the same dude.
I don't think that's her dude though. I think he could be a stylist or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It could always be. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's going that route.
It don't even.
I don't even know.
But gone in 6 months.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, what y'all think about
from white? Mm-hmm.
Hey, speaking of Charlotte, what y'all think of her and Alexa Bliss last night? That was interaction they had.
I don't want to see a makeshift tag team. I hope it's a feud.
I hope it's a feud too. I don't want to see them two together. I don't.
Don't make sense. Alexa Bliss the face. I don't want to see that. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I want to see. I want to see Alexa Bliss on TV just more often, man. She brings some star power that they don't have.
I mean, she got when they had the Women's Royal Rumble, she got the biggest pop. So.
Yeah, she really did.
I would have rather her win the Royal Rumble than Charlotte, personally.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
But
I
don't want to see Tiffany Stratton beat her though. I'm cool. I'm cool off that. I'm cool.
Well, I would have rather. Well,
I'm cool.
I think, but for real, I think because it was Charlotte, that was probably the main reason why Tiffany Stratton won.
Yo, it's time to let Naomi take the title from Tiffany Stratton.
I agree.
Now that I agree with.
Naomi is cooking with this.
Hey, Kyle, we don't even have to do Money in the Bank. She can win straight up against.
She can win straight up.
I agree.
I ain't gonna front. I prefer Naomi as a heel.
Yeah.
I think she's way more interesting than Stratton right now. Stratton got a lot of work.
I
Yeah.
really
I
prefer
don't know
her as
why.
a heel. I love this whole
Yo,
caution. I love
Stratton is cracking under the pressure, man. She
She
ain't
got a
gonna
lot of
Mhm.
get
work to do. She
I
got a
don't know
lot
why
of
she didn't drop the title. Like, I'm not the biggest Charlotte fan, but she should have won the WrestleMania.
Yep.
because they're trying. They're trying to
No,
make.
They're trying to see if it'll stick.
I mean, I appreciate them trying, but you got to end it now.
well,
But the match,
actually, no, because I ain't going to front. At the time, like before WrestleMania, just Tiffany was
She was
very,
hot.
very, very. She was very, very over. Like it would have been all hell that broke loose if she had dropped that
she
title
hasn't
at
she hasn't
WrestleMania.
got a good promo since the stuff with Becky Lynch and NXT.
Mm, mm.
I mean,
I
that's
think of
subjective.
a good main roster promo from Tiffany Stratton.
Well, I mean, it got me interested in that. It got me interested in that match when they started throwing personal shots. I'll say that shit.
But that shit was still ass.
Not
Terrible.
whether I mean that's subjective. It was a mic drop to me. I enjoyed it because I wasn't enjoying the back and forth until that happened. I'm like, all right, now we getting somewhere. Let's go.
I mean, it was the lines. The lines were there. The delivery was terrible. They had the
Right,
lines.
right,
I mean, I didn't like either one of their deliveries technically.
right.
Yeah,
So
I see what you're saying.
I
I
mean,
think
so
it did get fans. It did get people talking about it. That's what we needed because nobody was talking about it. So it got that, I guess. But the delivery was so bad.
Right.
I almost couldn't tell who was who. They dressed just alike.
They dressed the same for like 4 weeks. I was like, "What is
Yeah,
this?" I don't know who
they
it's who.
both with the see through in the jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Same shit.
Shit, man. Oh well. What time the show start anyhow?
Starting 25 minutes.
20 minutes.
Oh, that's it. Oh, so it started at like 7.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, bet. Let me get my shit ready.
I'm about to say, y'all, I'm hopping on. I'm gonna hop on Ricky Watch Along for a little bit to watch that shit. So shit. The link in the chat, man. Y'all hop on if y'all free for a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
watching the
probably
whole
pop.
shit.
Yeah, I'll probably pop in for a second.
We'll do this for 10 more minutes. So y'all got any questions, comments y'all want to leave them in the chat.
You're
Yo, whoever left the comment that said we're done with The Rock, man, kick that dude out too.
yo, who put that comment up?
That was Ray. We not.
It was Ray.
Ray's wilding today.
Oh, come on, Ray.
Ray cool.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Ray Mysterio, Ray Phoenix, Ray in the chat, man. Come on, man.
they said all the Rays are fine.
Hey, too many.
All the Rays
We're
mistakes.
done with The Rock. Whoa.
Hey, we done with the luchadors.
You know damn well The Rock could come Monday and you're gonna be cheering for him.
Hey, after luchadors put me to sleep, I'm done with them. Who was that? Andrade.
The only thing I want from The Rock, and this is coming from somebody who's a diehard Rock fan. Like I wanted to beat this fool, but like the only thing I want from him, don't insert yourself in something unless you're gonna finish it.
Nah,
that's all.
Don't do that. Cause he been doing that. Rock been doing that.
But don't do it now. It's like
come on, man.
And we're not doing that in 2025.
Rock been doing that for 20 years. We got to
No. That he was doing that in miscellaneous little stuff.
No.
So on and so forth. But bro, the bloodline story, this story here with Cody and I was so invested. And granted, this isn't just this one thing. This trails right back to before Cody beat Roman. Is like there's being that he said he's not gonna be in it no more. There's so much shit that's up in the air. It's not like he just inserted himself, one thing happened, and that's it. It's like a year and a half worth of shit that's up in the air.
He did his job.
Don't you want to see Cody versus Rock?
He did his job. They brought him in to create, a bigger aura around John Cena turning heel.
Don't you want to see Cody versus Rock though?
I did want to see Cody versus Rock. I was advocating
gave up
the whole time. I was
What did he have, Cody? Man, what did he give Cody?
But here's the thing, Dave. Here's the thing. Rock is known for doing stuff like this.
What other time he do this? I want dates.
No, listen. Remember, he was supposed to face Brock Lesnar a while ago.
I don't remember that.
He tore that little hernia. and act like that was the greatest injury ever, and we never seen it back.
He
So
tore
that-
that home.
Let me
Come on, bro. He was supposed to face Triple H. They do that whole face-to-face stare down with Stephanie in the back.
Bro, Triple
don't
H
see
was. I
Well,
can't see Triple H even wrestling during that time, though, man. I think that was a troll for the whole time.
Come
But
on,
like,
man.
well, once again, those weren't full-fledged stories. Those were just segments and things that just happened. He interjected himself and made him a part of a story for like a year and a half,
them,
and just dropped it.
But that's what y'all get for trusting them, though. I knew Rock wasn't gonna do shit since Raw, the first Raw.
Dude, you said
Bro, this happened before the first Raw on Netflix.
you said
I'm done.
you said I like Selena, but not rocking with Ray Phoenix. I don't like him as a single star. You just put him with his brother already. Like, it's no reason for Penta to have a title match tonight. That was never.
No. Because for real, I like
Raw
Penta.
need tag
I like what Penta's doing solo. I like what Penta's doing.
Penta's kind of putting in work, yo.
No, Penta is fine.
He's
He got a
Penta is cooking
match
right
for
now.
no reason. How's he getting another title match?
Because people are rocking with it.
We need to put the Mexican. WWE just fought Triple A. We got to put some Mexican matches together.
No, but where's the logic of him getting the title? He lost at WrestleMania. He lost on Raw. Then he beat JD McDonough, and he gets the title.
Bro, we in the middle of 2025. There's no logic in wrestling right now. You see all the bullshit going on.
So
Where's the logic in all
that answers my question. Put him and his brother together.
Vince ain't here no more, man.
Hey, Raw needs tag teams, and the Lucha Bros will be perfect together. It's not that I'm not sold on Ray Phoenix.
But
just that
I'm
he shouldn't be
telling you,
teaming with any. No, if he's teaming with any other Lucha Bro that's not his brother, I don't know who he is. Because
but they building it up.
Lucha Bro looks the same. Every Luchador except for Penta and Ray looks the same.
Right.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this. I know what they're doing. They put them on separate brands. They're building them up as solo stars. Right now, Penta is cooking. People love him. You know, I got several Penta shirts myself. I've been a fan.
Penta doing his thing, but they just put Ray Phoenix with all the others. They just put him part of all the other luchadors.
Yeah, and granted, it was because Ray got injured, but both of these guys made their WrestleMania debuts at the same time on different days. But like, for real, I know what they're trying to do. Both of them separately have a lot of equity. Once they build the equity up separately, once they come together, it's going to be that much more of a strong storm, bro. They're doing what you're saying they should do in reverse. Instead of being a tag team first, then going solo, they're going solo, then they're going to bring them together. It's just the reverse.
I think I agree quick. Plus they need someone to represent too, man.
Yeah, indeed. But like, I see what they're doing, and for real, it's working. It's working. Damn, this is the first time I seen him without glasses. I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm fucking with you, bro.
Yo, quick, we gotta get you on the channel, man.
Let's go, man. Let's lock it in. Let's do it, bro. Let's lock it in, man. We got it. Let's get it.
I'm gonna have to
hit my DM, bro. We're gonna set it up.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna wrap this up soon, but I got an announcement to make. I do have another interview planned for next weekend with a bowler. He's an amateur bowler trying to get to the PBA. It seems like a really guy. He got a YouTube channel and stuff. So I'm interviewing next week. I'll let y'all know when it come out. I'm posting in my community tab too. So
definitely. I'm gonna tap in for sure, man. Keep doing that.
Shout out to Ed, man.
You're doing a whole lot of good shit, bro.
Shout out to Ed, man. He covers every sport. It don't matter what sport. He knows every sport.
Bro, that's gonna set you apart. Who covers, like, what YouTuber is interviewing professional bowlers, bro?
Right.
Like, you are, that's different. I fuck with
you. Do your thing, bro.
Make sure it's shareable too, man. I want to share.
For sure. Hey, and y'all go ahead and plug y'all stuff too before I hop off.
Oh, y'all already know the vibes. I am kquick.com. Check out the Water movie on Amazon Prime. Tubi soundtrack is out right now. Check out the new single Water. Y'all already know the vibes. Yeah.
I checked that out too, quick. Good shit, bro.
Much love, homie. I appreciate you, yo. Real talk. Love y'all.
Yo, y'all go subscribe to the YouTube channel at Wrestling with Things, bro. So many good wrestling interviews and conversations on there. You see Ed on there in certain videos. You see Black Couch Booking. We're all over each other's channel. Subscribe.
Definitely tap in on a roll like no other, bro. We coming at we spearheading people. We
Yes, sir.
into everything, bro.
Yep. And with that being said, we on the road to 400. All gas, no
Let's
break.
get it.
Hope y'all enjoyed Backlash tonight.
Let's cook. And
Sure.
if it's trash, you know we gonna be on their asses this week.
Peace out, everybody. Have a great night.
No doubt.
All right, y'all.